And now we move into aroma, which is fun because we get to smell the wine. And a lot of people miss this step because they're so eager and excited to drink the wine. But the aroma can give us a lot of clues about what we're about to taste, because ultimately we taste through the olfactory senses in the back of our palate, which is through our nasal passage. Now, aromas are derived from 3 primary areas. The primary aromas are developed from the grape themselves. The secondary aromas are developed from the fermentation. So any fermentation or winemaking styles, maybe commercial yeast or native yeast, for example. So those are the secondary aroma elements. Tertiary aromas actually come from the aging of a wine, potential oxidation signs. So sometimes they're intentional, like a port or a tawny sherry, but other times they're not, or maybe they're meant to be incorporated in the overall cellaring and aging of the wine. So there's this development characteristic that we can identify in the tertiary aromas. So looking at your sheet, we start first with the primary aromas. On the screen, you'll see a very convenient list of what type of aromas we want to look for. The easiest ones we start with are fruit, and then after that we move to non-fruit. Now, when we start to smell this wine, I don't know about you, but I smell very fresh fruit. So, let's see what we smell. I don't know about you, but for me I'm getting a lot of stone fruit, a lot of citrus and a lot of green fruit. So the first sniff, immediately I get this yellow apple, green apple, little Fuji, as well as a little bit of a citrus peel, almost like a lemon zest, very fresh. On the second hint, I get more of this nectarine component, very young fruit, very ripe, nothing jammy or baked, for example. It's all ripe fruit. Now, non-fruit, I'm getting very heavy floral notes, more white flowers like acacia or honeysuckle. I'm not getting much herbaceous notes. Usually that's for a white wine, a little bit more on like a fennel or a dill, but I'm not getting much there. I'm getting more primary fruit characteristics and a little bit of a minerality as well. So minerality translates to the soil from which it comes from. It's a very hard thing to detect, so if you don't get it now, that's totally fine. But usually lighter soils like chalky or limestone, you can really start to smell and taste that difference in the wine. And here we get a little bit of that essence. So when it comes to secondary and tertiary notes, I'm not getting too much oak influence. I'm not getting any yeast components such as, bread or dough, which comes from a process called malolactic fermentation. So this is much more of a ripe, fresh, energetic type of white wine.